Right then, this is Sharky from SHAR-KADE. Now, I've been messing on with the Gun4IR kit. These ones were picked up from RPEG Electronics. Raymond Dye, I think he's called, from RPEG. He's sent a kit to a customer, a couple of kits to a customer. I have a DIY kit here for myself, for a personal build. So I've just been going through all the configuration. Now this configuration is going to be available for all customers, even previous customers that wish to upgrade to the Gun4IR setup. Now I'm trying to work out to get all the backup settings and everything for the 4-player units, then be able to revert between 4-player and 2-player units. It's took us a while. I went through all of the TechnoParrot games. TechnoParrot's quite straightforward. I had a weird glitch with TechnoParrot itself. For some reason, TechnoParrot, when I copied and pasted it to create a copy of TechnoParrot, now it was working with the Arduino guns, the Gun4IR kit. They recognized the Arduino boards. Now, when I went to add another game, I think Sega Dream Riders, it glitched out and it was recognizing them as just basic mouse or mice. So it was recognizing them as a basic mouse. For some reason I just couldn't get it to configure with the both guns correctly. It was being a complete nightmare. So I reverted back to the way I checked the other version of TechnoParrot that I had there, the original version that I copied. Now working perfectly fine. Copy and pasted that whole TechnoParrot setup, even renamed it to the name of the previous one. Same issue again. So don't know what the hell was going on there. So what I've done is I just reconfigured it all with the Gun4IR kit, player 1 and player 2. So all that's set up. Now I've started on Demul shooter. So I've been doing Haunted Museum. Now I've just got to tweak some settings for Haunted Museum 2, 1 and 2 and Music Gun Gun. I'm getting one or two of the games when they boot up the booting up minimize, so I'm going to take a look and try and get those games to full screen correctly through Hyperspin. When I run the bat file that I've created, it does load up in full screen, so I'm not sure why they're minimizing through Hyperspin, but I'll double check that. I'll tweak around with the settings, get those 3 games going. Now I know someone uploaded a House of the Dead Scarlet Dawn config for the Gun4IR kit, so I'm just going to take a look at that, try and download that tonight, because I've tried setting it up myself through Demul shooter. I'm getting stuck somewhere. There's a setting somewhere that's not quite right. So I'm going to take another dive into it tonight. I do have another project to get started next week, so all weekend I'm going to just crack on with this, get the marquee and everything else finished. Now, like I say, I've been going right through the configuration because obviously I've had to set up an extra 2 controllers. So I've been going through MAME, making sure all of MAME light gun games are working with the Gun4IR kit. And these little sensors as well, you can actually see the IR sensors lit up throughout the unit. These are quite neat. Obviously you don't see those lights, but on camera you will. So they're all nicely neatly set up and work spot on. I may just before it goes off recalibrate the controls slightly, because when I calibrated them I was a little bit too close to the unit. Now I've moved the machine, it's further back. So let's go and check out a game. Let's try Aliens Extermination. Now I've got to go through the config again just to double check, make sure all the games are loading in correctly, exiting correctly. TechnoParrot can be a bit of a pain. Certain games don't close the game down correctly. We close TechnoParrot down correctly, and you'll get fail loads like this. So what I like to do is just Control-Alt-Delete, sign out, sign back in. So I'll take a look at that before the unit goes off as well. and I'll tweak around with the settings. So let's skip that. So I know one or two of these games sometimes can glitch out as they're exiting. I've written scripts to force close the application and stuff like that, and sometimes it doesn't force close. So I don't know if it's a version of TechnoParrot I'm running or if it's just those games themselves. So on the guns, I've got just your start button as your trigger as well, and then the trigger as you shoot. For some of the games that's running through Demul shooter, we do have a coin and start that's on the arcade controls. So there's the first gun. We do have our flamethrower button and our grenade button on the side of the controls, but it's quite difficult to press one-handed. There's a grenade, there's a flamethrower. So I'll just quit that. And that's it really. Like I say, I've got some other stuff to do. I've got the Model 2, I think the Model 3, I'm not sure what, out of those two systems, what shooters are on there, but I'm going to take a look, see what shooting games. I think there might be Time Crisis 2, maybe House of the Dead, stuff like that. I know there's Namco as well. I'm going to go through that, do all the configuration for the Namco stuff. And there is, I think, PS2. I never bothered setting up the gun stuff for the PS2. I think there was one or two games on the PS2. But for the Gun4IR kit, I'm just going to go through, set it all up, ready. I will, for customers only, I will make this setup available for all current customers. So if they wish to, I think JB sells the guns for the UK and Europe. And I think RPEG Electronics, Raymond over at RPEG Electronics supplies them for the US. So I recommend to go ahead, grab your guns, grab your kits or whatever you want to do from those guys. And like I say, for customers only, for the custom arcades, I'll supply the configs and stuff. I am taking time off a little earlier, so there's one machine I might not get onto getting built. I'm hoping to get another one built next week and shipped out as soon as possible. Once I'm off, I'll find a few days to start doing some config videos. Customers that have issues, known issues that's been issues in the past, I'm going to sit down and just do little tutorials, simple how to fix this. And I'll do separate videos. I'll get the Facebook group fully opened up. I'll get customers to contact us. Whoever's watching my videos, you can contact us for the code. Not just yet though. We'll get it going first. Yeah. There he is there, the man himself. These are cool, man. I can't wait to get the Delta 6 gun configured with the DIY kit. That's going to be cool. And I might hit you up later because there's something cool I've realised I can do with that. I'll run the idea across you later. If I do it and it works correctly, it's basically what those guns were originally for. So I'll run that by you And once I do it, I'll send a nice video on that before I upload it. That's going to be cool. I can't wait. Yeah, so got a shit ton to do. Got loads of stuff to get on with. Still got loads of configuration to do. It's just these guns mainly. The arcade controls are all configured. The Xbox controller, stuff like that. That damn TeknoParrot row has to be copied. What do you mean by that, dude? Anyways, right, yeah, I'm not sure what you meant there, buddy. Yeah, TeknoParrot's just a pain in the ass, to be honest. I've had so much trouble over the past few years with it. I mean, I've set up all the config before, and every now and again there's an issue with one or two games. It could be load flawlessly 10-15 times, and the 16th time for some reason it'll just not. So yeah, I'm gonna crack on anyways. I'm gonna head home, get sorted. I'll be back tomorrow. I'm gonna try and get the marquee and stuff done, the speaker grills and stuff like that, so I'll get them designed tonight, get that door on. I've also got the magnetic plumb for the door, so hopefully that all fits in nicely, works well. It's my first door I've done. Some best builds. Cheers, Tori. I'll be in touch anyways, Tori. I mean, RE done per PC? Wait, not really, man. I usually just clone me drive. I use Macron, clone me drive. I usually do me tests on TechnoParrot. Go through test everything, but me OS and me thingies clone through Macron, and it's perfect cloning software, so it shouldn't need messed around with. It usually keeps, for the Wii controllers and stuff, it keeps the configurations nicely. Just every now and again a game will glitch out. Yeah, so I'm gonna head home, get sorted. I'll be back tomorrow. Try and get the aesthetics of this cabinet finished, and then I'll be in probably Friday, Saturday. No, Friday is tomorrow. I'll probably be in Saturday, Sunday again. Just cracking on with the config. Like I say, all the 4-player controls are working. I've got the 2 Xbox controllers for the 5 and 6 players. I do have to look at Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles again, because the Zinmo controllers in these can sometimes glitch out with X360 CE, and the new Turtles only works for what I've tested so far, only works with X360 CE, the newer version. So it's a bit of a pain in the backside. It seems to disable the Zinmo controller. It's a weird glitch. So I'm going to try and sit down and work that out. I know I can set one side up with keyboard keys and have these as X input controllers, but player 2 wouldn't work. So I'll have to take a look at that, because I really want that working correctly with the full 6 players on the 4 players on the control panel and the 2 Xbox controllers. So I'm going to make sure I get that configured well before this unit goes off. A quick look at the machine before my phone dies. So at the back we have a nice neat selection of ports. I'm going to have maybe some holes in here with the cables coming through. So we have a USB port on the back there for the IR sensors. So we have the IR sensors, the USB port there that's being powered, works fine. I can even power them from a separate plug if needs be. We have our audio connector there for the amplifier. We have our HDMI output, and we have our LED output, which I'm going to wire tomorrow as well. So we have a nice little LED connector there, and a little sensor there for the LED changing. So this whole unit, like I say, will pull out. So the whole unit will pull out. I haven't mounted the top yet, so the whole unit will pull out as a pedestal. So you'll be able to disconnect the cables, pull it out as a pedestal, plug it into your big screen TV, and off you go. Now the whole top of the unit as well will come off also, and you can use it as a SHAR-KADE control panel. Little bit heavier than my normal control panels, little bit bulkier, maybe 2 people lifting it up off. I mean, I can carry it no problem, one person, but you don't want to drop something that size. And all the hardware inside as well, man. There's 37 terabytes in this unit. There's not 37 terabytes of systems and games. The customer just upgraded to larger drives, so for in the future, if he wants to add stuff, he can, and so on and so on. And if I ever upgrade to even a larger drive, that's all possible for him. And there's also extra room inside for an extra couple of hard drives. May get another couple of hard drives in there, which would be ridiculous, something like 40 odd terabytes. So yeah, so next things to do, get the aesthetic sorted, and then I can just over the weekend work on the configuration. The guns, man, I really love these guns. The customer didn't get the solenoids inside the guns. It just has a normal vibration, which still feels pretty cool. I'll probably recommend them getting those solenoids added into there. They're going to be pretty cool with that nice kickback. But I absolutely, you know what it is, I'm so tired. I've lost track of what my thought was. So anyways, like, share, subscribe to the videos, hit that notification bell, and if you like the video, hit the thumbs up, man. See you later. Bye.